Hello everyone, welcome to Lecture 5, Task-Centered Design, Users and Tasks. Today we're going to focus on establishing requirements. This means that we're going to specifically look at who is going to use your system and what they will do with it. By the end of the lecture, you will be able to identify and describe potential users for a system and list the qualities of a good task example. So remember our key principles for interaction design: involving people who will use the system, identifying goals, and iterating through the core activities. We have already covered the bottom two of these, so now we're going to focus on how to involve people who will use the system throughout the project's development. So how do you identify people who might use your system? How would you determine what tasks these people typically do? And what do you need to know about these tasks in order to help you to design an interface? Let's talk about identifying users. First, we might think about how we describe these users. One idea is to describe user groups by defining different groups and characteristics and what distinguishes them apart. So for example, if you're building a system that supports accountants, you might define a group of prototypical accountants. This might be people who are aged 25 to 40, they have training in accounting procedures, they work in an organization of 25 plus people, and accounting is the main priority of the job. So you can see that we're very specific about what defines this group, and then we can start to distinguish it from other groups. For example, extreme examples like Professor Hancock. So Professor Hancock needs to budget for a research lab, deal with personnel, teaching development, but his main priority is doing research, teaching, and doing academic service. So not exactly a typical accountant. This will help you to articulate who you want to support and how. And so if prototypical accountants are supported, but some of these extreme examples aren't, maybe you build a tool that adds that functionality in. So let's start by doing this. Follow the instructions and learn to write down the stakeholders for a supermarket checkout system. Think of as many roles as possible. Then organize the list. How might each of these stakeholders vary? Which stakeholders are also users? Feel free to create a diagram if it makes sense. You don't need to spend more than 5 minutes on this. Go ahead, I'll wait.